Hello everyone, it is Darian64 welcoming you back to another brand new playthrough. Now, I kind of need to explain myself for a minute because, as you could tell, I have 3 playthroughs going on, but I think Doom is going to be on a bit of a hiatus for a while. I did some looking back on my recordings of those episodes, and I found a minor issue. In the Doom episodes, sometimes the video would jump cut a couple times. It wasn't too frequent, but it was occasional to where you could notice it. So I'm guessing it had something to do with the uploading process, because each episode of Doom was like a gigabyte and my upload speed is like 200 kilobytes a second, and that's pretty bad. So here's what I'm going to do. When I get a better connection, I'm going to continue Doom where I left off. Alright? Sound good? Fair enough. Alright. In the meantime, Symphony of the Night, everybody. Symphony of the Night. Now, I have made my opinions on this game many times. Many times. In fact, I actually have an entire video dedicated to why I think this game is overrated and oversaturated. And I basically go in depth about why I think there are other Castlevania games that are better than it, and why other Castlevania games are underrated, and why, you know, it kind of sucks that this game gets all the attention when there are a lot of flaws in this game that get overlooked. So, but we're going to stop complaining, alright? We're just going to get started with the game. So now we're playing as Richter Belmont, and this takes place at the end of Rondo of Blood, where he was the main protagonist. So as you can see here, we have one of the, one of the tropes of Castlevania is that you got this secret room up here before Dracula's throne room. Now this, I don't understand this. So you destroy all these statues and candles, and you get items out of them. Now what's weird about this is that Richter doesn't have an inventory screen. He doesn't even have an inventory. So I'm wondering what the point is in getting those items. My guess is that maybe they originally intended for it to carry over to Alucard? That's just a theory. But maybe, I don't know. Oh yeah, this is the Castlevania Requiem version, by the way, so this has the updated voice acting.
Oh, but this world invited me. Your own kind called me forth with praise and tribute.
Tribute? You're a thief. You steal men's souls, their freedom.
Freedom is always sacrificed to faith, good hunter. Or are you truly here by choice?
All I'm here for is you. To hell with your heresy! You're nothing but a blight on mankind.
Ha! Mankind. A cesspit of hatred and lies. Fight for them, and die for their sins!
So yeah, no more, what is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets! Yeah, they redubbed some of the dialogue, they redid the voice lines. And you know what's petty? Is that I've actually heard people say that this game is bad, like this port specifically is bad, because they updated the voice acting. Now look, memes aside, alright? Bad voice acting is bad voice acting, whether you like it or not. And I don't think it's fair to say that this port is bad just because they updated the voice acting and made it to where you could take the game seriously this time. Because, let's face it, every time I tried to play the original PS1 version around my friends, you couldn't even watch a cutscene without them smirking in the background. Because the voice acting is god-awful. It's laughable. But people think that makes the game objectively better because they go with the whole, oh, it's so bad it's good. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the whole, it's so bad it's good, alright? I don't celebrate mediocrity. I just don't. If something's bad, it's bad. I don't get the whole, if something is so bad, it's good. Like, I just don't. I'm pretty sure the intention was this game's not supposed to be a comedy horror game. I don't think there's a point in this game where they actually intend for you to smirk or laugh. I just don't think that's the case. So, that's what you call bad execution, ladies and gentlemen. In voice acting terms, that's what you call bad execution. To deliver a line that doesn't achieve the intended purpose. So, there you go. So yeah, this is not a bad port. they updated the voice acting, and they did a good job. So, get out of here with that nonsense. I think that narrator was the English dub voice actor for Kiba from Naruto, by the way. I like how they said Castlevania, but they didn't put Symphony of the Night at the bottom. It's just Castlevania. Just Castlevania. So now, we are running through the forest as Alucard. There he is. So interesting fun fact. That boss fight we just had with Dracula and Richter, depending on how you beat it, I think it's determined by how much health you have. So if you go through that boss fight without taking any damage, it actually does affect your maximum HP as Alucard. So as you can see, I have 75 HP. And that's actually the best you can get. That's the maximum HP you could start with. And yeah, if you take damage during that fight, it'll lower your maximum HP. So yeah, if you go through that fight perfectly, you should end up with 75 HP. Just a little fun fact. Kill these bats here. Get this pot roast. And now we've got mermen. Oh, what? You slid? Level up. Alright, Alucard, now's not the time for to go for a swim. Okay. Alright, we got everything in here. So coming up here is an interesting glitch that is exclusive to the PSP version and Requiem. So, in the original, there was a way to keep your gear and prevent your gear from being taken from death in the cutscene, but it was completely tedious and it was, like, specific, alright? This is easy. All you have to do is walk into the room with a cutscene and instantly walk back in here. Like, instantly. Walk in and out. In and out. And then you can bypass the cutscene and keep your gear. Pretty cool, huh? I was contemplating on doing it for this Let's Play, but I feel like people would be like, oh, what's the purpose of doing the Let's Play if you're not even gonna, you know, if you're just gonna have all your gear, what's even the point? That kind of defeats the purpose, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do the glitch.
Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Oh, I need to talk about this real quick.
No games here. If you will not behave, be gone.
I will do neither. Step aside, old man.
Such arrogance. Very well. But I shall see you very soon.
Well, there goes our gear. So now we suck. Anyway. So you're probably wondering why I just sighed there. Well, Alucard in this version is voiced by none other than Yuri Lowenthal. And you might know him better as Sasuke Uchiha. I do not like Sasuke Uchiha. Never have. Now, the thing with this voice actor is that he's done other games. He was Cecil Harvey in Dissidia Final Fantasy. He was, I forgot, Patroclus. I think that was his name, Patroclus, in Soul Calibur 5. And his voice work in those games is good. He doesn't even sound like Sasuke in those games. So I'm wondering, why did he go for the Sasuke voice in this game? Because it's so obvious. You hear Sasuke when he talks. And I just don't like Sasuke Uchiha, so I think, like, yeah, a minor nitpick, I do not like the casting choice for Alucard. At least, I don't like what Yuri Lowenthal did with the voice. Like, I'm fine with Yuri Lowenthal, but if he just went for a different voice approach than the Sasuke voice, I'd be fine with it, but, I don't like Sasuke. That's just me. So yeah, now we've got a short sword, and now, unfortunately, we're not taking down enemies in one hit, we're taking down skeletons in 3 hits. Kinda lame, but that's what happens. And I guess it's kind of like a video game cliche at this point. It's called the ability loss cliche, where, I mean, there's a lot of games that do it. God of War does it. Metroid Prime does it. This game does it. There's quite a few games out there that do this, where you're given a taste of power to make you feel like you're overpowered, and then not even 5 minutes later, it's taken away from you in some, like, forced, inevitable cutscene. And then you have to deal with being a scrub throughout the entire playthrough until you get your shit back. So yeah, a lot of games do it, but yeah, this is one of them. This is one of those games. So down here we have a secret, and we can get a max HP right here. Nice. Don't fall down. But yeah, I think I'll do 4 episodes of this, and because I was thinking for a minute, I was like, you know, I was thinking about, because I was doing Let's Plays consistently, I was doing 2 episodes daily, and my idea was I would just be like, okay, that's about a half hour worth of gameplay. I could go longer than that, so maybe we could do 4 episodes of this. I think we could do it. Yeah, do 4 episodes of this, 15 minutes each. That'd be cool. Oh, don't get hit by the axes. Alright, level up. I'd say the best thing objectively about this game is the soundtrack, and a lot of people would agree with me on that. Like, you could say whatever you want about the gameplay, but this soundtrack is just something else. But anyway, I think that'll do it for this episode, because I was an idiot and decided to accidentally stop my stopwatch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue from here, and we will keep on going and see what lies ahead. So I will see you guys in the next episode. See you guys then.